Hey friends, I'm Kalinda. Welcome if you're new to my channel. Today, I'm hoping to shed some light on how to feel lighter when dealing with the heavy stuff life can sometimes throw our way. Don't panic. I've beat anxiety and panic disorder. I know how cruel the mind can be. So when I talk about grief and the big life stuff, I'm going to attempt to shift perspective so that fear loses its power to feel like an emotional prison sentence and help you transform it so it feels more like an adventure. Kind of like a treasure hunt that makes it easier to live life. Does that sound good? Great. Now, here's the thing. I've learned that if life is a salad, there are too many people caught dealing with the emotional onions of life. Seriously, it's like endless layers that can really keep you peeling forever. I've learned that peeling back my endless emotions underneath everything, there are really just two core feelings: fear and love. That's it. Every dramatic meltdown, every happy dance, every why is this happening moment leads back to fear or love. And personally, I think we're supposed to live from unconditional love, like love with no fine print, because unconditional love is unconditional. It means there's no conditions, and that applies to unconditionally loving yourself too. Because, fun fact, when you spell live backwards, you actually get evil. And I'm totally convinced that's exactly what fear is. The petty kind of evil, the steals your joy and probably your snacks kind. The evil that whispers, hey, let's overthink absolutely everything until we're completely exhausted. Now, when we are talking about the salad of life, there's more to it than the onions. Let's move on to like the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the carrots, make it delicious. You know what I mean? But it's important to add a little bit of flavor. That's what the onion is for. It's to spice things up, but it's not supposed to be consuming us, right? So what I eventually discovered when I beat anxiety and panic disorder was a cheat. The body remembers what the head forgets. How people process emotion is unique to absolutely everyone. We're all masterpieces around here. It's the emotions tied to the old stories that really get us into the weeds of life. When we can identify those emotions tied to old stories and reframe perspective, the emotions release. It's like getting a blank slate to start all over. I help clients with that all day long. And I can't do that on a general video, but I can give you a story to help shift perspective. So that's my plan for today. Now, here's the catch. This is just my story. It doesn't mean it's true. It just means that this is how I make sense of things without spontaneously combusting. And I share it because sometimes all we need is a different angle to turn a terrifying moment into an adventure, right? So with that said, I want you to quickly identify the biggest emotion you are feeling right now. And I want you to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. And just remember that number. I'm asking you to do that so that you can have something to use to gauge how you feel before and after watching the video. All right, let's get into it. So I imagine that before we come to Earth, we're all these little souls hanging out on our star, right? If you look up at the night sky, there are billions and billions and billions of stars. I believe we all get one, right? But the problem is you don't really get to engage with anything because you're invisible on your star. You're just there. You just exist. And all of these little souls, I believe, are up there, and they're watching this really cool reality TV show called As the Earth Turns. Now, they all want to be part of the cast. They all want to be able to meet the characters. They all want to be part of it, but they're invisible. So in order to be able to be cast, it's like a great big huge reality TV show, and the souls have to go to the terminal, and so that they can get planted into a meat suit And before that happens, they have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. It's got to be an NDA. And so that there's no stories being told, because the only emotion that a soul knows is unconditional love, right? So the soul goes to the terminal, signs the NDA, tell no secrets, and into the meat suit seed it goes. Then it gets transported to Earth, and you got 9 months to chicken out. 9 months. Not all souls totally commit. Some of them want to go back to their star. But if they absolutely commit, then what happens is they get to meet mom. How cool is that? Now, have you ever wanted to go travel? Imagine your favorite place in the world to travel, the place that you think gives you the most peace, the most joy, the most fun. Where is it? Post it below, say it in your head, however it works for you. Where is your favorite place that you could travel? All right. So I want you to imagine that you get an all expense paid trip to go to that place. Okay. It is everything that you could imagine and more, right? So you're going to go to the airport, you're going to hop on a plane, you're going to go to that place, or you're going to go into a car, go into a bus, where shuttle, however you're getting there. And once you arrive, you get transported to a hotel room. Now, in that hotel room, all that you're going to do is you are going to pack and unpack your suitcase. That's it. No adventure, no going anywhere, no seeing anything, nothing. You're just going from your transport vehicle to get you to that place to the hotel room with your suitcase. That's it. Pack and unpack, pack and unpack, pack and unpack, pack and unpack. And then after the time has expired, they're going to come bring you back to the shuttle, go to the airport or however you got there, and you're headed back home. Doesn't that sound like a great trip? Doesn't that sound absolutely amazing? Not so much, right? 0 out of 10 stars for that. Brutal. But when people are coming to Earth, the souls hop into a meat suit. That is what most people do in their meat suit all the time. We are here to enjoy the adventure. Every minute of it. Squeeze out every minute of fun. If you're going on your dream vacation, you are not wanting to stay in the hotel room. You want to go see the sights. You want to go experience the food. You want to meet people. You want to you want to have a vacay. Right? You want to enjoy your vacation. You don't want to just sit there with your luggage and just wait for time to tick until it's done. People do it in meat suits all the time. Why? I mean, if you're rocking a meat suit, go enjoy the adventure, right? That's what we're here for. But every meat suit goes through baggage check. And once it goes through baggage check, that's the best part, because they get to go back up to their star. The souls get to go back up to their star. And at the end of it all, they get to watch as the Earth turns, and they're still a part of the show. They're still a part of the cast because they live in the hearts and minds of people that are in there. And they like that because then they don't have to go through all the clunkiness of it. They just get unconditional love. Everyone knows them. They get to watch more favorite characters because they went out and they met how many people on their adventure, right? And so, do you know what the goal is if you're still rocking a meat suit? Any idea? Make sure that all of those souls watching are watching a really good episode. They don't want to watch the sad stuff. They just want us to have fun. And so let's get to it. Now, remember at the very beginning of this video, I made you rate on a scale of 1 to 10 your biggest emotion and how you're feeling right now. After hearing that story and knowing that you still got a meat suit, that you have an adventure to plan, and we got to get to having some fun around here, scale of 1 to 10, where's that emotion now? Shifting perspective can shift a lot of things, and it's something I strongly recommend for everyone. I'd love to hear what you think of the story. Let me know in the comments, and most of all, go out and have an amazing day. Bye for now.